Hello, friends. It's been such a long time since I've last made a full length video. I'm sorry about the glare. I can try and turn it down a little bit. That's as low as it goes, so I'm sorry about the glare, but you're gonna have to deal with that. I came on here because I've been really obsessed with plants for the last 2 weeks, and I really wanted to show you my plants and tell you a little bit about them. Some of them I have no idea what they're called, and they're just here for decoration, and I have no idea how to take care of them, but I'm gonna have to find out somehow, and I will find out eventually. But for now, they're just decoration. So yeah, I got this metal shelf system off Amazon. If you want me to link it, I can, as well as the grow lights. So I have one grow light and one here, and then I have two at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I just thought I would show you my plants. I even have I've written down everything I want to talk about so I don't forget anything. So I thought I should start with these plants on these two shelves, because these down here I have been crazy nerding the last 2 weeks, so I have a lot more to tell about these plants down here than I do these ones. So I'm just gonna show you these, and then I'm gonna go on a full-on rant with these ones. Okay? So first one, this is a purely decorative little succulent of some sort. I think it's already grown quite a bit, actually. I've had it for 2 or 3 days, and it's been under the grow light, and I think it's doing great. A great way to tell if a succulent needs water or not is to feel the leaves. Of course, don't do that with a cacti that has little prickly spines, but if you can feel it on the little petals, and they're firm and plump, then you don't need to water it, okay? That's the first one. Should we name all of them? I'm gonna name this one Kirsten. So that's plant number 1. Oh my god, okay. It was kind of like my succulent shelf up here. This right here, I don't know if you can see it, kind of looks like those blooming onions that you can get where they fry an onion and it looks like a flower. I have no clue what this one is called, and I'm also just making sure the leaves are plump and luscious, and they feel pretty good, so I'm pretty happy. What should we name her? This is Gertrude. Yeah, Gertrude. kind of looks like a jade plant, but I'm not sure. It was like $2, so I don't really know. It feels good. It is a little loose in the soil. I've just decided to keep the nursery pot inside of this. So yeah, I don't know. I have no clue what this is, but I'm trying to nurse it back to health. It wasn't doing too great. This pot right here is empty. I just bought it today, just so I don't have any of you thinking that there's something in there. There's not. It's empty. Next we have this beauty. Now I don't know if I pronounce her last name right, but it is called a Pilea peperomioides, maybe, I don't know. Usually it's also called a Chinese money plant, and that's way easier to say, or a Chinese money tree. I don't know, one of the two. It has these really kind of leathery leaves in a way. They're like thicker than normal leaves would be, and they're kind of bouncy in a way. I think she's really cute, and she has 2 babies. 3 actually. I don't know if you can tell, but right here she has one. She has one right here, and then one back here, like little babies. So that's actually 4 plants in one, which is pretty good. And so far I think she's doing really good. She doesn't have any like discoloration of her leaves or anything, and she's putting out new leaves, so I'm pretty happy. It's nice. Now, next up, this is an experiment. I don't know if you can see, but I have a single monstera cutting in here. It's just part of the stem, but there's like a little node on it. It's like a little bump right there. This is completely an experiment because I wanted to try and see if I could grow a monstera from a node. And so far the node feels a little bit raised, so this one's doing pretty good. I put this one in Lærke, which is like these little hardened clay balls, and that's just so that the cutting can have more air to the roots, because monsteras really like air to the roots, otherwise they might start to rot the roots. So I thought I'd try Lærke because all the little round clay balls create air in between them. so the roots have a better and easier time breathing. So this is an experiment. I'm actually just gonna mist it because it does feel a little bit dry. So I have this spray bottle, and we're just gonna and I just do that like twice a day, but not a lot. So that was one of them. Here we have the other one. As you might be able to see, I'm not sure if you can see. I've put this in something that kind of looks like very small pebbles. Which it essentially also is. It's like a mix of pebbles. These specific pebbles are called pon or lechuza pon. And then I also have orchid bark in there. This is also an experiment. I have no idea if this is gonna work. The node is not raised or anything yet, so it might not work. But I am waiting for like some covering to keep in the moisture, so I don't have to spray them. So yeah. I find this so funny. But this one also feels dry, so let's spray her. Her back in her house. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Are you ready? These are all the good ones. So I'm guessing I should start over here. This right here is pretty young monstera leaf, and you can tell because it only has one fenestration. And these are also monstera leaves, but they don't have any fenestrations. They're actually from the same mother plant. I separated the fenestrated leaves when I got it, and then I planted the ones with no fenestrations in another pot, and this one actually did pretty good. But yeah, I have them in water. The water looks pretty dirty right now, but it's not, I promise. It just has a little bit of fertilizer in it, and the fertilizer has algae, so that's what makes the water kind of cloudy. But yeah, I have this. I cut it because I wanted to try and propagate it, because there is a node on this. Let me just see if I can show you. There's a node, this little bump right here, the circle. And usually when you cut you cut the leaf off, you want to make sure that the node is intact. And so I did that, and yeah, now I'm hoping that it will sprout new roots and that it will do great. So these are the leaves with no fenestrations. They're also pretty young, and so this one has a pretty tiny little node at the bottom, but I hope it will grow, and I hope that it one day will have fenestrations. But these two are just kind of a little bit experimental. I might need to actually give them new water soon because it's pretty stinky. But I promise it's not rot. I have them under grow lights for about 16 hours a day. So, yeah. Anyways. Next up, I have these two beautiful, very beautifully fenestrated leaves. You can see all these holes. They're called fenestrations. And this plant I've had in water for like about a week. And this white part of the root is new growth. So she is sprouting. There's also some little secondary roots here. She is sprouting and she's doing great. So I'm very excited about that. Her axillary bud has not come out yet, but that's okay. She still has time. Can you tell I love monsteras just because of the sheer amount of them I have? Next up, we have another beautifully fenestrated leaf. And this one I am also trying to propagate in water to see if I can get a new little cute plant out of it. She has not sprouted roots yet, but I did cut her. Like 2 or 3 days ago, so she will eventually sprout roots. I'm sure of that. It won't be long. I don't have any of my monsteras with secondary fenestrations yet. I had one, but it got damaged. So that's actually from these two cuttings, the little buds in the that I'm trying to grow. They had secondary fenestrations, but the leaves were discolored and a little bit sad to look at because the mother plant I had kind of neglected a little bit. So I'm hoping that either this big one over here that I showed before, this one, I'm hoping that this one has a secondary fenestration in the leaf it's gonna set out in the future. Okay. Wait. Shh. It's ASMR. Gotta be quiet. Next. This is, I'm very hopeful for this one, but I'm also a little bit scared. This one, I don't know if you can tell, but there's like white spots on the leaves. This is called a Monstera deliciosa Thai constellation, and that is because all these little spots look like constellations up in the sky. So I think they're very pretty. This one has not spreaded roots yet, and I'm very hopeful that it will, but I am also a little scared that it won't, because I've had it for like over a week and there has been no growth at all. So I am a little scared that this one is a dead one. I mean, it looks pretty still, but kind of annoying when you buy it online. But I mean, it can happen, so I don't blame the seller. Now this one is also a Thai constellation. I don't know if you can tell, but she has actually sprouted roots. And her axillary bud is raised and is going to come out soon. So I'm very excited about that. She's a little unstable, but yeah, I think she is doing good. I haven't looked at her roots. Try and pull her out. She's doing good. She's doing really good. Let me show you. Sorry, I'm smelling it to make sure that it's not rotting. But look at those little cute roots. I'm so excited. And if you look right here, her bud is very raised. Look at that. So she's gonna shoot a new leaf from here. And honestly, I'm so excited. I'm not even kidding. It looks like she's thriving though. So that's good. It's really good. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yay. Now the hard part is gonna be putting her back into her pot with the leca, because I don't have anything to pour the leca into. and I don't know what to do. Actually, I might, but that'll have to wait until this video is over because that's gonna make a little bit of noise. There's nobody here for now. Yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed me sitting here rambling. Oh yeah, this one, the Thai constellation, is actually a variegated version of these big leaves that I have over here. This one has been produced by humans, but there is also a variegation that looks pretty similar to this one that also gets like the cream on the leaves, and it's called a Monstera deliciosa albo, and it gets even bigger white spots. But the white spots, or the cream spots, they cannot produce photosynthesis. So the more green the leaf is, the better. Remember that, okay? Have I? No, I don't think I have anything else to say. But I do have more plants. So if you want to hear me ramble more about plants, please don't hesitate to write a comment and say that you would like part 2. Also, if you know what type my succulents are, please tell me in the comments because I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe, and I hope that you get a really nice sleep, or that I helped you relax a little bit. And I just hope that this video was a little bit helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.